heading out early this morning for a home inspection. Inspections are one thing that I always attend for my clients. It's one thing that I always highly recommend buyers do before they decide for sure if they want to purchase their home. But here's the real deal. Inspections are absolutely not required. They're not mandatory. Darla real estate agent with Real Brokers, servicing all of Louisiana if you are looking to sell, and most specifically South Louisiana, Acadiana, if you are looking to buy anytime soon. I would love to represent you. So let's talk about inspections. 100% of the time, I recommend to my clients, the buyers, when I represent the buyers, that they have the home inspected, whether it is brand spanking new or whether it's 100 years old. An inspection is an outside person's review of anything at all that they deem unsafe or not up to code with the home that you are purchasing. As the buyer, the bank is never going to require an inspection. You will not be required to have a home inspection. There's a difference between an appraisal and an inspection. An inspection is something that you as the buyer have the right to get done during your due diligence period in your contract. So when you sign a purchase agreement to buy a home, there will be a line item on that contract that says you as the buyer have so many days and you get to choose those days. The realtor does not get to choose those days. You get to choose those days. So how many days as you, the buyer, are going to need to hire an outside person? And this can be anybody. It can be a real licensed inspector. It could be your dad. It could be your uncle. It can be anyone that you want to come and assess that home during your due diligence period. And during that time period, for any reason as the buyer or for no reason at all, you have the right to cancel that contract. You can, let's say that your due diligence is 14 days and you signed your contract yesterday. The 14 days legally begins today, which means you have until not next Friday, but the next, to decide if you are going to for sure buy that home. You can wake up tomorrow and decide, I changed my mind and I don't want to buy that home. And because it's part of your due diligence period, you have the right to cancel that contract and get your deposit back if you put one down. No questions asked. Now listen, that doesn't happen very often. Generally what happens is, during your due diligence period, you choose your inspector, and you can choose anyone at all that you choose. I, of course, could recommend the inspectors that I use lots of times, but you as the buyer can choose anyone that you want, and that inspection is going to cost you anywhere between $400 and $600 depending on how big the house is. It will also include, if you want it to, what's called a WDIR, which stands for a wood destroying insect report, which means that inspector is going to hire a company like J&J, like ENR, like Orkin, like Guarantee, one of those companies who is going to come and check that house thoroughly for any kind of wood destroying insect. That can be carpenter beetles, that can be termites, that can be ants. It can be anything that is destroying the wood or has destroyed the wood in the past or is actively happening right now. Okay, so that's part of your inspection. So during your inspection period, once that report comes back, and I guarantee you there will be some things wrong with that house. There is no such thing as a perfect home, whether it was built yesterday or it was built 100 years ago. There will be things that inspector will find, because that is their job, to find things wrong with the home. You then, as the buyer, get to decide, A, are you moving forward with the purchase? B, do you want the seller to fix anything at all that the inspector found wrong with the home? Or C, Do you want them to not fix anything but give you money off the price and maybe some closing costs? There are so many different options for you as the buyer. The most important thing for you to know is that, number one, you have the right to have it inspected during your due diligence period. You have the right to not move forward if you don't want to. But the most important thing is to choose a realtor who you know, you like, and you trust, who has closed lots and lots and lots of deals and is going to help you navigate through that process, because it can be very stressful. The most important thing is aligning yourself with a real estate agent who knows what they're doing and who's closed lots and lots and lots of transactions. Y'all have a happy Friday, a great weekend. If I can help you in any way, I'd love to have a conversation with you. Y'all take care.